Looking back at my preliminary exercise, what do I feel I have learned in the progression from it to the full product? I believe that photography is a key aspect of what makes my main task magazine better than my preliminary. A magazine can be made or destroyed with its pictures. In my preliminary exercise, the photo was taken any place I could find, only having 1 hour with a rented out camera to get the shot. My main task magazine used a studio with proper lighting, a backdrop, etc., which all leads to a more professional magazine front cover photo, something like you would see in We Heart Pop. Software knowledge also helps, as gradually with time I learned more about how to effectively use Photoshop, InDesign and Illustrator, meaning I could try more creative things and put my ideas on paper. Research was particularly important. I felt following an actual pop magazine, We Heart Pop, was much more effective as it uses tropes and techniques that are proven to work. Also, having the willingness to delete something if it looked bagged, redrafting until the final product looks as imagined and as professional as possible. Taking thinking time helped me with my contents page, as having a vision is all the more better than rushing into it and getting a botched job. The software is only as good as the user. I also found filling the page helped. The more I put on and filled up blank spaces, the better it seemed to look, especially being a pop magazine, which are generally cluttered to begin with. Experimentation helped, trying lots of different techniques to get different sections of my magazine. By using girly colours and obeying other conventions of pop magazines, I felt I could try techniques in the software that looked poppy until something worked and could stick. Research is very important when it comes to making a magazine. This is evident from looking at my preliminary exercise with no research to my main task with research. Looking at other successful magazines in the genre gives you the base idea of what works and what doesn't. Planning is also important, as without planning you're going in blind. Having an idea creates you a catalogue of work, meaning you can do lots in big chunks without having to stop and re-evaluate what you're doing next. Producing the magazine just comes down to spending a lot of time fiddling to see what works. The important part is being able to delete and redo something you've spent time on to get it looking slightly better each time. Organisation and time management is also extremely important in my opinion. Setting yourself deadlines and sticking to them helps you schedule your work, motivating you, giving you a sense of accomplishment and progression. Getting behind on something only means you'll be behind on the next thing and the next thing, a continuous and stressful loop. Being organised also helps you know where all your work is, and saving regularly helps to reduce losing work as well. Through my main task, I learnt that working with others can be hard and overly time consuming, but it can be rewarding. Bouncing ideas off one another in order to quickly and more efficiently come up with creative ideas, taking little bits from each group member, saves you time. However, if you already have a clear idea in your head or prefer working alone, then working in a group can elongate the process, using up time trying to convince other people of your ideas, helping them more than helping yourself when you could just be getting on with it. If I could do the entire project again, I definitely would have made my magazine based off the rock/punk genre. There's loads of magazines and different producers to do with the same genre, which means researching it would have been much easier, being able to pick creative bits from each magazine and put them into my own. I would have also spent more time searching for models that suited my genre, the kind of fluffy girl other young girls can look up to, looking non-harmless and innocent. I would have also spent more time searching for locations for my pictures and spent more time into giving more interesting and innovative images, giving an interesting backdrop and an interesting image overall. I would have liked to try long exposure photography, isolating my model in a sea of movement, or levitation photography, something that interests and draws the reader in. In conclusion, looking back at my preliminary exercise now, I feel like my media skills in all areas, planning, research and production of my magazine, have increased. However, this could be added to if I ever do another music magazine. Now I know the basis of what I would do and in what order in order to create a solid product.